Okay, let's play this next part from the top. This next part for me is like my favorite part of the solo because it's where Kenny does his thing. He does what makes Kenny Garrett sound like Kenny Garrett. All right, let's play along. Here we go. Yes. Awesome. There's that last little bit. Boop, boop, bam. Okay, so we need to get through these notes, the harmonic function, we need to learn the fingerings, we need to learn the rhythm, and then there's only one 4-bar chunk left, and then the bridge, and then we will have learned this on keys, and then it's time to tackle it on saxophone. Okay, let's dig in. Let's start on this first opening phrase right here, this one. Now, for this phrase, the notes are B, D, E, 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 3 in a row, and then we get B flat, the blues note, G, A, like that. One more time, B, D, E, 3 E's, B flat, G, A. Now the harmonic function is very simple. It's just 5, 7, root, blues note, 3, 4, 3, 4, like that. Now, fingering wise, for this, I like to do thumb. Sometimes I'll start out my thumb, sometimes I'll start out on my index finger. Usually the goal is for me to just have my hand sit like this. So I'll do index, ring, pinky, index, thumb, index, thumb, index. So if I do it with my thumb as the starting note, then I'll do thumb, middle, 4, index, like that. Thumb, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. And rhythmically, we got the same Kenny doing his thing where he'll mix some triplets up with 16th notes. This starts on the and of 2, and it goes 1, I'll go 1 and 2 and 3 triplet, 4 and 1 E and, like that. 1 and 2 and 3 triplet, 4 and 1 and, like that. Okay, so that's the rhythm for the first phrase. Let's move on to the phrase number 2, this thing right here. Let's get through the notes. The notes for this are D, E, G, A, G, A. Then we got the turn right here. B flat, A, G, E, A, G, E, B, D, E. One more time. So D, E, G, A, G, A, G, A. Then the turn. B flat, A, G, E, A, G, E, B, D, E, like that. And harmonic functioning, we go 7, root, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, blues note, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 5, 7, 1. So very just blues scale. And it's super effective. Fingering wise for this one, now for this one there are a couple anchor points that we need to think about, and the first one involves this little chunk right here at the end. So for that one, I like to have my my pinky on the A as the anchor point, because I'm going to try to go pinky, ring, index, thumb, index, middle. So that's the first anchor point we want to get so that we can have our pinky on that A right there. The next one is coming to get to that, and that's where we do this little turn thing right here, starting from the B flat, if I can get it to select, from the B flat. And for that one, I like to do ring, middle, index, thumb, and then put my pinky on the A like that. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now the next part, the next one is this little chunk right here. And to get to this one, we need to start with our thumb on this note, on the D. We have to start with our thumb there, then do a thumb under, and then I like to do index, thumb, index, because I'm setting myself up for this chunk of this chunk right here of the turn. So thumb, index, thumb, middle, turn. Now, if I wanted to, I could do thumb, index, index, middle, whichever one I felt most comfortable with. The important things are that I need to have an anchor where I do ring finger on the B flat and then pinky on the A. So that's one anchor point, and then here's the next one. Pinky, like that. So I'm thinking this, and then this. And then the rest of it is just getting to be able to play that. Okay? Now rhythmically, what this guy starts on the 1E and a 2E. It starts on the E of 2 right here. So we go 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2 and, like that. I'll do that one more time. So 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E. Sorry, 4E and 1 and 2, 3 and sorry, 1 and 2, 1. Messing up the last part. 1E and 2 and, like that. That takes care of the rhythm for this last one. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. That's this part right here. Now this next one, it's very simple. It's just E, F sharp, G sharp. Now you can think of this, we're normally in the key of E minor right here for the song, but he's playing this major third, which is like a crazy tensiony note, and it's actually a pivot note that takes us from the key of E minor to the key of F minor, which is what this next phrase ends up becoming. Now the harmonic function of this is just 1, 2, major 3 in the key of E. Or yeah, that's really the easiest way to think of it, is to just think of it as though you're in that key of you just step into the key of E major for one beat, and then you step into the key of F minor for the next beat. So let's move on to the fingering for this one. It's just 1, 2, 3, thumb, index, middle, and then rhythmically it comes on the starting on beat 3 on the 1E and a 2E and a 3E of beat 3. So we get 1, 2, 3E and like that. 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay? And now we come to the glorious last phrase right here. This is the one where Kenny does his thing and he sounds like Kenny Garrett. Just no matter what he plays on, he always throws in this kind of stuff. So this is what we're gonna tackle next. Now, note-wise for these, it's easiest to think of it as though you're just in the key of F minor, or either F minor or the key of A flat. You can think of it that way. I'm gonna express it as though we're in the key of F minor. Okay, so for this, we start on A flat, B flat, C, E flat, F, C, E flat, B flat, F, C, B flat, 2 E flats in a row. One of them is an alternate fingering on saxophone. We can't do that on keys. Then we do B flat, then we got A flat, E flat, D flat, B flat, and then the last 3 notes, which are not on the screen, are G, A, B. We go back to our original key of E minor. Okay, let's learn the harmonic function in the key of F, because there's no point trying to analyze this in the key of E minor, but in the key of F, minor, we got 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 5, 7, 4, 1, 5, 4, 7, 7, 4, 3, 7, flat 6, 4, and then we're in the key of G where we go 1, 3, 4, 5, like that. I'll do that one more time. And instead of doing it from the key of F, I'm going to do it from the key of A flat, just to give you a different perspective of how you can think of it. So in the key of F, we get 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 2, 6, 3, 2, 5, 5, 2, root 5, 4, 2. Then we go back to E, 1, 3, 4, 5. That's the harmonic function. Now let's tackle the fingering for this, because this one, the fingering, it really depends on anchor points, and the anchor points for me are based around what the index finger is going to do, what the index finger and the thumb are going to do. So coming out of this, we got 1, 2, 3. Then I like to go 1, 2, thumb, ring, pinky, index, ring, index, thumb for the first part. Then I can do pinky, ring, index, index, thumb, ring, middle, index, thumb. And then for the last part, I'd just like to do, I'll maybe just do it that way. I'll play the last 3 notes with just my pinky so my hand stays nice and relaxed, because there's no real easy way to go from, that's really awkward and it's just a bunch of excess energy, so like that is totally fine. It's not hard to play, it's like an easy speed. Okay, so at speed this is like that. Very easy. The tricky part, the best way to work on this is to start at the end on beat 4 and just do that. Go 1, 2, 3, like that. And then add the next little bits to it. Add beat 3 to that. So that's this part right here. Add beat 3 to that, knowing that you're gonna start, you're gonna play that with 4 as your starting note. So 1, 2, like that. And then add the pickup note. Add this pickup note right there. So 1, 2, okay? And then you can add the rest of the bar. And for this one, I like to do 4, 4, 2, 1, pinky, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Like that, okay? And now I can just start adding little bits more at a time. I can add this. I can add this little chunk next. And for this one, I do thumb, ring, pinky, index, ring, like that. So pardon the mistake right there. So, and then once I've got that, now I can just add the pickup notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. So that's one thing I've found for a lot of these keyboard runs. If you start them at the end of the line and work your way going backwards, just slowly adding a little bit, you'll know where your hand is supposed to get to, and then you can figure out the fingering to get you to that position. Okay, so with that said, that covers the fingering for this. The rhythm for this one, it starts on the and of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and like that. 2, 3, dot. Okay, so the rhythm of it is super easy because it's all just 16th notes. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and the last two are just, the last couple notes at the end are regular 8th notes. Just 1 and 2, like that. Okay, let's play it from the top now that we got the notes in place and all the stuff, and yeah, we're on our way. Yeah. All right, awesome. We can check this guy off. I'm excited about that. We learned the notes and the harmonic functions. We learned the fingering. We learned the rhythms. That means we only have bars 13 through 16 left, and then to learn the bridge of the song. Those are super easy. We can check off, we can see what we have left to do. Click on that. So we got these guys, and then we have all the sax stuff where we got to go through it and learn it on sax. Okay, great. It's important to remember that the articulations are what really make this solo sound the way it sounds, and there's a lot of stuff he's doing on sax that we can't do on keys, but we can still get kind of close. So just be sure to listen for where stuff is actually short, that sort of thing, and where stuff is played long. If you're trying to do it with like a pitch bend wheel or whatever, just, try to keep an eye on which notes are bent and which notes have falls on them and that sort of thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. In the next one, we will cover the last 4 bars, and then after that, we'll do the bridge, and then we will do the saxophone stuff. All right, until the next one, later. Hey, thanks again for following along and learning how to play this great Kenny Garrett solo. The next chapter in this series will appear in 1 week, and videos from my course Developing Task Cue will be dropping daily until then. If you don't want to wait for the next video in this series to drop, then you can go to the links in the description and get the whole 10-part series right now. It's a donation-only product. You're going to get all 10 parts, the 5 saxophone parts, the 5 keyboard parts, as well as PDFs in concert pitch, as well as transposed for E-flat instruments, breaking down all the notes and the phrasing and whatnot. And if you want to check out Task Cue to run it on your own system for your own projects as a way to organize your own inspiration, you can download it from the links in the description. And then finally, if you've been curious about how to learn to program, you should check out my course, C++ for Musicians. In this course, I teach the language C++ in the context of developing juice-based audio applications and audio plugins. And as a bonus, if you take my course, you will get 6 weeks of mentorship from me, as well as you'll get the whole Developing Task Cue course included. So that's just tons and tons of programming lessons and programming goodies, as well as 6 weeks of mentorship. When I was first learning to program, I really wish that I had had somebody to be there with me through my journey and keep me on the right path and learning things the right way. Programming isn't hard, it's just taught wrong. So if you've ever been curious about learning to program, this is a great way to do it. All right, until then, I will see you in the next chapter. Thanks again for watching.